Hello, my name is Dan and welcome to Team Theme. In this discussion, I'll be expressing my thoughts and impressions of Disneyland Paris after visiting in April 2018. Take note, this review is by a person who has only ever grown up with UK parks and has only been to Disneyland Paris once before. Both Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studios will be mentioned in the following discussion. With the introduction cleared up, that leads me to talk about the first thing I noticed about Disneyland Paris, which was how immaculate the park was, despite being so crowded. All the wide pathways didn't seem to be run down or trashed, and if rubbish was on the path, a staff member instantly disposed of it. This absolutely fascinates me, because when you go to a park such as Alton Towers Resort, you do see staff who are trained to dispose the rubbish, but no real dedication is reflected, as you can see the odd plastic bottle and crisp packet scattered on the ground. My next impression of Disneyland Paris is how beautiful it appears, such as the positioning of a certain tree to the flowers beside the pathways. And don't get me started on the theming, because it's a whole leap compared to Merlin's theming. And you can really tell the landscaping for the park has been thought through to enhance the immersion of guests. Disneyland Park was probably my favourite theme park compared to Walt Disney Studios due to the themed areas and parades. However, Walt Disney Studios has its highlights for the Tower of Terror and the amazing show Mickey and the Magician, as well as the trackless dark ride that has you wearing 4D glasses named Ratatouille. Personally, I prefer a theme park with areas within the park, which Disneyland Park accomplishes, and Walt Disney Studios is more of one big park with rides on their own. Many would agree that Disney does the best dark rides throughout their good use of stories and animatronics. My favourite was definitely Pirates of the Caribbean, which I know is based from the original version from Disneyland California. However, currently it stands as my favourite dark ride. The Pirates of the Caribbean was just one of those rides that you could literally ride all day and not get bothered, especially if you're a fan of the movie series. One final aspect I loved about Disneyland Paris is the food. Despite its price, the presentation and options are incredible, and if you can't afford the food that the park offers, you can just visit the Disney Village right outside the park that offers affordable restaurants such as McDonald's and Five Guys, with a wide selection of shops including the Buffalo Bill Show that costs extra money. At this point, I feel I have summed up most of my interesting impressions of Disneyland Paris. However, what I've been talking about for the last few minutes is only a vague analysis, because the park has a whole lot to offer. I'm aware most rides and attractions are copied from other Disney parks, but I feel it has its own kick, and not just because of the language barrier. Before we end, I have a shout out for Joe and Games, who can be accessed in the description below. Consider subscribing to never miss an upload, and comment down below for a shout out to be in the next video. My name is Dan, and thanks for watching Team Theme. Good night.